Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Geopolitical Simulator for Power and Revolution. Alright, biggest thing for this episode is going to be focusing on getting our popularity up. I was kind of messing with a few things off camera, but I didn't really do a whole lot. I was just kind of looking things over because I was trying to get a really good idea for where I could find some popularity, but also kind of where I want to go next. So the very first thing is taking a look at the budget. We've got a budget excess of 140 billion, so we've got some money to spend on an area that will improve popularity some. And I'm thinking we could dump it. Education, research are always pretty big ones. Health always gives us a lot of a boost, but it's very expensive. Stuff like that. Housing, so we can go ahead and dump it in some of these areas that are cheaper first. We'll actually start with housing. If I was to do 40,000, it wouldn't be too bad, and it'll be done in less than a month. So we'll go ahead and do 40,000 of those houses. Gives us down to 150,000 on the 16th of May. So if we keep going at this rate, by 2024, I think we should be at 0 dilapidated housing. We could do housing construction as well, but I think we're pretty good. Unhealthy housing has gone down considerably. Rate of urbanization has gone up, but not a whole lot. Population growth has gone up. Immigration rate has gone down. Number of homeless people has gone up. So we could do housing construction to try to combat the homeless people situation, keep working on dilapidated housing to help with the unhealthy housing situation. Mind you, when we take this dilapidated housing and we improve it, that's actually going to reduce the number of homeless people kind of. It'll help a little bit with that. So 40,000, it's not going to directly reflect in this. I don't think that's how it exactly works, but it is tied into it. So we could build some houses. Why don't we build 10,000 houses? I think it's a little bit more expensive. It's actually not much more expensive. And takes 1 month to distribute over the full territory. So we'll build 10,000 houses and we will fix up 40,000. So let's go ahead and let that kick in for popularity before we do anything else. We're just going to see what that has. Okay, 2.1. Not that bad. But not that good.
One of my men succeeded.
Okay, perfect. So we're working on getting these terrorist organizations dealt with. Well, if I can get rid of both of these, that would help out a lot. Infiltration in progress, organization being dismantled.
That's not to be turned down.
All right, so I'm meeting with the Minister for Defense. I wanted to see if I had any options here. Tell him to toe the line, cheer him up.
Thanks. I'm feeling a little low at the moment.
Okay. Tell him he's radiant.
Thanks.
And then I guess that's it. I don't really have anything else. I just wanted to see if I had any other options with him. I'm kind of trying to mess around with a few things here and explore a few new features, or a few features that I've never really messed around with before.
Our infiltrated agent was spotted and murdered.
Yikes.
The terrorist discovered that he worked for us and sent us his head by mail.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that, so I guess we're going to have to try and infiltrate them again. Just trying to get rid of these organizations that have given us nothing but trouble.
The package has been delivered. All
right, perfect. So we got 35 more tanks, though, which is good. We're going to keep trying to grow our military as well. 60,000, 584,000. I'm going to keep this as is right now. 60,000, 57,000. We're going to keep that as is. Okay, we got rid of one of the organizations. We did. Perfect. That's going to help us out a lot. Okay, inauguration. Okay, back to army. So I want to order more rank 3 tanks. So Germany, confirm. Let's go ahead and get, we're up to 42 national production from 35. That means that our industry is growing, and the more we buy, the more it should grow. So let's do 42 now. And send that off, and whatever it comes back at, it comes back at. Gotta go back into industry real quick and hire a few more people probably to work on that. Hopefully I get the aircraft carriers soon too. Then I want to order more aircraft carriers. Right there, huh? Agreement already negotiated. 502, so we'll just go ahead and accept that. Although I will say every time we sign a military contract it hurts us, so that's probably not ideal for getting our popularity up, because here comes the pacifist group. Appear on television, see if we can calm people down before it gets out of control.
Your television appearance.
Okay, very well received by demonstrators. That's good. Yeah, these guys get so upset. We got to get our popularity up, guys, before we go to war with anybody else. And I was trying to think of who I was going to go to war with next. Could be the UK, but they're in NATO. I actually was considering maybe going to war with Cuba. We could fly commandos in here and take Cuba over, start building it up as like a German territory, put some German bases in it, and it would give us a staging point to go to war with maybe Mexico. We could take Mexico over, so we've got a border with the US, or just a point to launch attacks into US territory from Cuba. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. Let's look at the budget excess again. 145 billion. Did I ever nationalize nuclear energy? I thought that I did. I did get that nationalized, so that's good. So I can actually adjust the workforce for that too. I don't know why it's so low, but average salary, okay. All right. So let me look at tanks again real quick, because that's what I was going to look at. Tanks and armored vehicles. Total workforce 2,500. So we'll keep that as is for now. Actually, production percentage has gone up a lot though, which is really good. Profits only 1.5 million in profits, but we're getting there. We are getting there. All right, environment. We're already building 20 of these, so that's not going to help us at all. Not going to worry about spending money on this, I don't think. 7 billion. Well, we could offer 14 billion. Stimulate the massive use of clean renewable energies in homes and personal cars. 22 billion if I do both of those. I don't know what the popularity is going to do though. I'm going to go ahead and max out research. That's what I'm going to spend money on. We're going to max all of our research out. Ultimately, that's going to be the biggest thing that's going to help us in the long run. Eventually, I want to get more manpower too for scientists, but let's go ahead and spend 35 billion on research. That should give us a pretty good boost in popularity, but most importantly, it's going to help us unlock new military tech and just new tech in general. And there we go. Nice big boost there. Go ahead and remove those right now, and I'll revisit that later. We'll let this, oh, it already ticked over 121, okay. Almost got a lot of our debt paid off. We're not going to do that. Sit in against government policy. What are they upset about? These guys are nuts. Somebody said I could eventually consider reducing the scrutinization for the government, and that's something I'm actually considering. I think it's under culture, actually. Criticism of the state. Respectful of institutions. Do I have the money to fund this poll? Parliament's for it. The people don't like it, but it would go through Parliament. Subject to censorship, forbidden. It wouldn't pass a referendum. We don't want to do anything that's going to lower our popularity right now. So let's just, monument dedicated to the head of the government. Let's just leave that. I was thinking about going through here and doing the personality call and getting all of this set up, because it's going to make people like me a lot more. And also going to eventually get their mind wrapped around the idea of me being a dictator, but they really dislike it. Parliament would allow it to go through, but man, do the people dislike it. Okay, let's wait for our popularity to get up. I want to use our popularity to go to war here at some point. And I'm not going to be able to do that if popularity is still a mess. So these are all being constructed. This is being constructed. Deconstructing these bases, which is good. Couple more stuff could be deconstructed probably. How are we on military bases anyway? Probably one of these could be deconstructed. So let's plan on moving everybody from this base to here. And deconstructing this base. I think I'll leave this base in the back. Leave these 2 air bases, this air base. These bases I'm fine with, as well as this back base here. This base right next to Berlin makes sense as well. Because of the fact Berlin's such a massive... These are already being dismantled, actually. Actually, that base is already being dismantled, I think. Oh, no, it's not. I don't know what that is then. Something there's being built or dismantled. So that's all fine. These air bases are fine. That one's fine. These bases are fine. Fine. That one's right by our nuke plant, so that's fine. Eventually, these U.S. bases need to go. I'm dismantling most of these bases. I'll keep that one, these 2, this air base. Actually, I think I'm building that one. I'm building both of these, actually. These ones are fine. That one, and that's fine. This air base and base in the back's fine as well. I want to have some stuff here for this border. And yeah, these bases are fine. So we're pretty good on military bases. This one over here as well, I think is fine. Right up against Belgium. Yeah, so military bases in general are pretty well balanced. All these ones seem fine. If anything, I should probably have more bases, like a base over here for Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. I probably should have a military base here. So I'm actually going to construct one there. Right here. There really should be a base here. Let's go ahead and do that. And already up to 74%. That's good. I'm not going to worry about eliminating. Look at how bad the pacifist... I'm going to have to do something with the Pacifist Union. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do, but something's going to have to happen. So, artificial intelligence, creation of robotic emotion. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second and have a conversation with you guys. There seems to be a lot of confusion about this screen here. So it says, do you desire to patent it and to render it commercially accessible to the entire world? From what I understand, and from what has been explained to me, if you accept this, then your country is the first to get this research and they patent it. If we patent it, we own the patent, then anytime essentially somebody makes something that uses this technology, we get some money for that because we own the patent on it. If we refuse it, then we don't release this technology to the rest of the world. So the rest of the world has to research this themselves. And to be able to make technology that utilizes this, or to be able to make buildings or units or anything that utilizes this type of technology. With that being said, we won't get any money for it when they research it. Now, the only time, and how I've been balancing it, is the only time I usually don't accept patenting it and sending it out to the rest of the world is if it's a military technology, because we want to stay ahead of the rest of the world military-wise. We want our military equipment to be better than the rest of the world's military equipment. But for the most part, for anything else that is not military related, I usually release the patent for it, because then I get to make a little bit, I get a kickback on money when people are utilizing it. So I usually always accept it.
Demonstrators are marching in several cities.
Yeah, the Pacifist Union, I'm going to have to... I feel like it would be super unpopular because it's such a large group of people. It'd be very unpopular for me to get rid of the Pacifist Union, but at the same time, they got to go because they're a little ridiculous. Or they're being a little ridiculous right now. Stop this guy. Perfect. They can't leave, so they're trapped. Which means they all get arrested. Oh, Jesus, this Pacifist Union is really going to slow us down, guys. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with them. It's really going to slow us down. we're not going to get nearly as much stuff done with this union in our way.
Rebel was accidentally killed. We have
Oh, of
subdued.
course. Rebel was accidentally killed, because why not? Okay. Assign agent number 1. So this is something I've never messed with, but I guess it helps you out a lot or something from what I understand. So we're kind of deciding who we're going to go after next. And we could do some better political espionage and stuff, or setting up cyber attacks and everything, if we have Agent 1 ready to go. Now, I'm concerned about NATO, but I'm not concerned as much about the UN, obviously, and the EU. But NATO is going to be a problem. We could go after Cuba. Cuba's not in NATO. They're not in anything else. The UN, I could just veto anything. So we could always take Cuba. And I think Cuba actually might have some sources of oil nearby. Maybe not. Either way, we could probably take the Bahamas and then go for some of these areas. Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Cayman Islands. Like, a lot of this could be taken over. Some of them are territories, though, so we got to keep that in mind. Venezuela. Stuff like that. The other thing is Poland, right? So I wouldn't mind going after Poland. If I could at least get the UN on my side. Poland is in NATO. NATO is going to really be our biggest issue. Italy's in NATO. Who's in NATO? I gotta try to keep an eye on this here. I wonder if I got back into NATO, it wouldn't be as much of a problem. I feel like being out of NATO is hurting me more than being in it. When I was in NATO, they didn't give me a hard time about taking Belarus, but I guess Belarus, oh my god, Belarus, but I guess Belarus wasn't technically, I don't think was in NATO. Belgium is in NATO. Denmark, I know is Switzerland in NATO. Switzerland's our ally, but they are not in NATO. So we could take Switzerland. What about Austria? Austria is not in NATO. And the Czech Republic is. Slovakia. Okay, so maybe Austria is the plan. So let me see. I should have an area set up with Austria. 17. We've got 20 agents available, so let's put them in Austria. Confirm. And let's assign this agent to Austria. Confirm. And let's see if that helps us out some. Although we could just go to war with them. They're technically still in the EU. They're not in NATO, but they probably have allies that they'll call to war. So that's something we got to keep in mind too. Switzerland's my ally. Belgium. Who else is my ally? Norway. We did get Russia as an ally, I think, in the last minute. Before they switched the other way. I'm looking for diplomacy. Here's here. Germany and all countries. So we've got Canada, Japan, Norway, Portugal, Russia, Switzerland, and the Ukraine. So it's about finding more allies too. Okay, Pacifist Union. Why don't we take a look at that real quick? That falls under associations, I believe. The Pacifist Union. They have 7 million members. Making them illegal would be really hard. I could maybe try to spy on this guy and get dirt on him. Then I could stop him from giving us a hard time. Place a person under surveillance. Associations. We're looking for the Pacifist Union president. And confirm. Let's watch that guy and see if we can get some dirt on him. Then we can stop the problems. Or maybe we could stop them. All right, budget excess, 135 billion. Still. Let's spend that bad boy on a little bit of maybe culture. Or... see, we haven't done space research, but I don't know if I'm going to do anything with space. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea to spend a little bit more money on constructing this. Eliminate head of government. No. Not going to spend my dirty money on that. We've been using it for polling. I just don't want to spend $1 million. It's a lot of money right now for us. I think it comes out of the government money. Or it doesn't come out of like the budget. I think it comes out of your personal party money. Which would be a lot more than I want to spend. Cloning technology. Okay.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month.
So 1.7 growth. Unemployment 4 and 4. Not bad. We're not going to assassinate the Austrian head of state. What we will do, though, is we will start working on the army a little bit more. It's going to get people protesting again. But let's up this to 650,000. It's probably going to get the Pacifist Union
The target is in position
out of
and
control.
under surveillance 24/7.
Okay, perfect. So now we're... ooh, we got a hostage. Oh my god, it's the same. It's that freaking organization. We've infiltrated it too. We're trying to dismantle it now. Alright, yeah, so let's take a look real quick at the, here's the Pacifist Union. I literally can't. These guys are out of control. They're hurting us a lot.
We are weak. We are weak. We are weak. The rioters.
Oh my god.
The riot-
Oh my freaking god. And they start to riot in all these cities, and it's a pain. It's a pain to manage. Especially because these cities do not have... Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and bring in police reinforcements. Because I already know these cities do not have enough people to handle the rioters. Oh, this is the Bureau for Spatial People. This is a little bit different than the Pacifist Union. This is another organization I got to make illegal. I don't think I made this one illegal yet. And these people are out of control. Damn it. Okay, he's coming after the head of state area. I better send these guys this way. And go ahead and close that roadway off. All that's going to happen is they're going to try to storm the head of state residence, and they're going to end up getting shot, and then I'm going to have to deal with that anyways. Start moving those guys just in case I need more police. I shouldn't, but if I do. Yeah, I shouldn't, though. Okay, so that's at least cleared up.
We have subdued the rebel.
Okay, there's that one. Okay, I wanted to spend a little bit more money on something here. I talked about the media or something, but let's put it into education. You know what? Why don't we give everybody... when was the last time we gave everybody a raise? Let's spend 10 billion and just give everybody a raise. It's been a little bit now. Yeah, that gets popularity going pretty high. Damn, these same people. Oh my god. And this is the main problem, is they just way outnumber us here. Nice. Still didn't stop him from getting overran, though. What a pain. That's why I had police reinforcements queued up for these areas. Because this one police officer here is not going to stop these guys. No matter how much he tries. Journalists kidnapped. Nope, don't negotiate with terrorists.
The rioters.
I can't believe these organizations are getting this out of control.
Have taken
It's all these little organizations. They're like causing all of this chaos. I never ever would have thought of this as that much of an issue. Oh my God. I thought I made these organizations illegal still, but I guess that doesn't mean they can't still riot. But didn't I also dismantle them? Ark of the Mystical Hermits being dismantled. Associations. No, this is under sex. It's right here. Prophetess. I did not make the these ones are not illegal, and I didn't make those ones illegal because I didn't want to do them all at one time. It's kind of risky to do them all at one time. All right, well, the police will handle those. Let's just go ahead and bring in police reinforcements. Let's make sure we've at least got reinforcements coming. That one should have police reinforcements. This one maybe not. Should have been police reinforcements here. Oh, reinforcements have been sent, so they're already on the way. To a lot of these. Perfect. So he managed to slow these guys down. See if I can hit them and stun some of them. I've got reinforcements kind of coming. There we go. So go ahead and start arresting them. As long as you got the tear gas, you're good. But as soon as the tear gas wears off, it starts to get ugly, which is why you got to be careful. Just keep hitting them with tear gas over and over again so it doesn't wear off. Then it gets really hard to click, though. Guy's doing a good job cleaning up, though. Nice. There we go. More police reinforcements. Let's get them down here. Oh my God, they barricaded themselves in. What a mess. Oh boy, I'm going to lose this guy. All right, we have to take the police officers out of this. And we actually got this one cleaned up, which was pretty good. Now it's just about trying to clean up these barricades, which I might just have to send the military in. Oh, we're starting to clean it up. Okay, good. So we made it in. And I've got these two now. But if these guys can get past, I'll have to probably clean up this barricade here. There we go. Although now we got to be mindful. We got these guys coming. So let's go ahead and throw some tear gas. Try and slow them down some. There. There we go. And let's get these guys hit and we should be done with this city. I'm not going to mess around with the other cities right now. Even if it is hurting our popularity, we'll just kind of let it ride. Yeah, that cleaned it up nice. Now we should be able to finish this off. What a pain though this is. And you can't let the computer do it itself because it takes forever. So you're just sitting there losing popularity as the computer just does a really crappy job at trying to manage this for you. Like a really crappy job. Look, like one of them starts running. Oh my god. Then you're just sitting there trying to catch them. Slow them down with the vehicles. Sometimes you can slow them. Yeah, see, it worked. The vehicles won't, you can't do anything with the vehicles, but you can slow them down some if you put them in the path. Okay, that's fine. We're done messing with that for a minute. Meeting request with Belgium. Yeah, I'll accept that. Reinforcements have arrived to some of these other areas. I'm just going to be waiting to see if the Secret Service actually discovers something about this dude. Then we'll see if we can actually do anything with him. I would find it under what? Scandal related to celebrity public, assassinating person. Place under surveillance. So we've already got him under surveillance. So secret files on celebrities. Currently monitoring political tendencies, socialist. Interesting. So he's completely opposite of where the government's heading, which might be part of it. Feeling with regard to the head of state, blind hatred. Fairly honest character. Emblematic figure. A very charismatic personality. Not in great form at the moment. Development investigation. Relatively simple. Not alert target. Good, good, good. So he's at least not worried about me investigating him, which is nice. So we're just going to have to keep watching him and see. I want to start dismantling some of Parliament as well. And to do that, I've decided that I'm probably going to have to start spying on some of these and hopefully not getting caught. So some of the ones that really give us a hard time are like the United Ecologist group. They never really seem to vote in favor of anything I do. And they're a very small party. So I've decided I'm going to start spying on them. Just to see if I can... just see if I can get some dirt on them. So, let's see. Let's find somebody that's in there, maybe the head of their party. Right here, United Ecology Group Secretary General. So if we start spying on some of these people, we might be able to get them to vote on certain things if we find dirt on them. Let me see who else. Who else doesn't usually vote my direction? The hardest part's going to be this house because it's, oh my god, I wish I could just dismantle this one part of the government and have just this one to vote, to deal with. The Patriotic Right Alliance, maybe. Let's see. Social Democratic Union. These guys usually I can get to vote with me because I'm right-leaning myself in the game. So these right-leaning parties don't give me as hard of a time. Progressive Front, but these guys usually vote for tax increases, which I'm always doing. Let's just practice this with the UEG right now and see what happens.
1 week before the beginning of
Bertha Holovision.
For the moment, we have the sit-in under control.
Yeah, go ahead and clean it up.
for the moment.
both of these ones, because I don't agree with the sit-in on either of these organizations. They're not very good. And I would like to deal with that hostage situation at some point. So hopefully we'll get the option to do that. Meanwhile, I'm thinking about increasing agents on national territory from 10,000 to 15,000 even. 399 million. So let's confirm that. It's going to help anyways because it's going to increase the safety of the country for terrorist organizations and stuff. It'll prevent less things like hostages and stuff from happening. Help us dismantle terrorist organizations a lot easier. Plus protect me. And also it is actually popular kind of to do that. But it'll also actually lower unemployment a little bit too as we hire some more of these people. So if you take a look, unemployment's kind of gone up. We had a drop and then it's just been nothing but climbing. So I'm hoping that this might help a little bit. I'd like to find some the hostage situation, military interventions hurting us, the sit-ins hurting us, but anti-terrorism did go up.
I'll give you a quick update on the sit-in.
Oh my God. The Pacifist Union, duration of demonstrators. The police have already been sent in. How about the other one though? This one. National Anti-Racism Organization. Okay. Not sure why that's bothering us.
Scientific rigor has proved its superiority over...
Okay, perfect. So we cleaned up the last terrorist group. No more terrorists. We just got to ban the other two parties. And as soon as I get my popularity under control, we'll do that. 131. Actually, banning the parties gave us a popularity boost last time, if I remember. So if we forbid a sect and arrest its leader. So extraterrestrial. Let's get rid of these guys. Let's see if that gives us a boost or not. I'm trying to remember. There are nearly 266 supporters from the whole country gathering in Freiburg to pray as an expression of their indignation at the threat of the ban against the Bureau for Spatial People. They hope that the force of their faith will tip the country towards wisdom. No.
We have subdued the rebel movement.
Okay, perfect. So one of these rebel movements were subdued without me, which is always nice. But I always have to constantly babysit these freaking things. Like, look at how out of control this one's getting. And the extra reinforcements I set in are doing nothing. So it's just a mess in general. But let's go ahead and release these police officers. Wow, there's like no police officers in there. We might have to recruit more police officers just so they're in the city in general. It's probably not a bad idea. I haven't raised the police force in a while. Policemen per 1,000 capita's gone up though. Number of police officers has gone up about 100,000. Violent deaths. A lot of this has gone down though, so we're doing better. But let's up this to an even number. Let's go for 300. We don't have to do a lot. Let's do 325,000. Let's do that because it's expensive. It is expensive. Proceed to arrest a personality. Declare a state of emergency. Establish the level of ID checks. Weak. We want to make that strong at some point. I wonder if it would be popular to do that. Let me let the police officer thing go through. Anti-terrorism? Is that what actually kicks that off? What is this down here? Bureau for Spatials people. Okay, that's fine. That's for the ban there. That'll go away in a bit. Okay, let me get these police vans out of the way because they're just clogging crap up now. And this military, this soldier here, I actually don't want him here. So I'm just going to put him down here in the main square. So he hopefully doesn't get me in trouble. But yeah, I don't have nearly enough. I don't have nearly enough police here to handle this. Fight against religious sects. So I did get a positive boost from that, but police sent demonstration, I get a bad amount. So it's human rights, I think, gives me the biggest actually negative hit.
The demonstrators intend to send a powerful...
So that's kind of like when we do this, that's what ends up hurting us, I guess. Oh, no way. The Magistrates Federation's leader is actually striking. The court system's actually striking me, getting rid of this.
We are waiting your instruction. We are waiting.
No way. Okay, that's going to be an interesting thing to counter. Okay, these guys are having one, like, final hurrah before their existence is illegal. Yikes. Try to stop these guys from going anywhere. If I tear gas this, they at least can't get past this officer once he's down. Ooh, they're trying to spread out though. Let's do this. There we go. How do they get past that group? It's so lame. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Okay, we'll stop this group from advancing. I should be able to clean them up. I hate the fact I gotta keep babysitting these groups. That's why I'm hoping if I make them illegal, they'll stop showing up. Alright, that should be fine. Let's just let this tick by for a bit. I'm going to go ahead and leave it off here though since we're out of time. We'll come back, keep working on raising that popularity and dealing with all this crap. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for joining me. Hope that you've enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you next time.